What's up, everyone? Welcome to this week's video. I'm going to talk kind of fast because I have a lot to cover in the next 2 minutes and 50 seconds, so keep up with me. Normally I start this off with a win, but I'll lead into that with something else. First off, an update on Amplify. We are actually eliminating the Amplify name, and we are going to call it Elevate. So it will have the same name as our Wednesday night ministry run by Pastor Brian. And the reason we're doing that is now both of those ministries encompass the same age group, and so we thought it would just eliminate a lot of confusion for a lot of people if they had the same name. Wednesday night still falls under Brian, weekend still falls under me. Now the win for that goes along with that is JC Kirby. If you don't know her, she is a fourth grader that comes to Elevate on the weekend and on Wednesday nights, I believe. And I was at a going away party for Corey Ledoux, who's going into the military, and she was there, and she was following me around the whole party, begging me to pick her up and bring her to church on the weekend because she hasn't been in a while. And I think that's a huge win, that she misses it here. She knows she's loved here. She has fun here. She learns about Jesus. I think that's amazing that she just really wants to be here. So, another thing that I want to cover real quick before we get into the teaching portion of this is if you have kids, please do not stay for 4 services. Now, this sounds counterproductive. I'm kind of telling you, don't come to church so much. But the reason for this is that your kids will get bored sitting through 4 services, and you will have to force them to go back into their class. And if you have to force them into class, they're going to start resenting church. And we do not want your kids resenting church. So as best as you can, if you have children, and even if you don't have children, just for the sake of yourself, attend one, serve one. So, this week we're continuing with talking about parents. We're going to finish up this, and then next week we should finish up this section on building a successful family ministry. So, part 2 of parents. Another thing parents are looking for is parents want a church ambassador. They want to feel the heartbeat of a ministry, and oftentimes, I say oftentimes, almost always, we are the common denominator between our church and a visiting family. People who invest in children are the one the parents are going to go to when the kids have trouble. So we have to make sure that we know these parents. We get to know them in the brief time that we're interacting with them. Another thing parents are looking for is parents are looking for a learning experience. There's 2 questions almost every parent asks their kids every single week when they get picked up from church. Did you have fun? What did you learn? With the learning part of that, I think, and the fun, I think our new curriculum is helping because we're simplifying everything they're learning so that these younger kids can better relate the information that we're giving to them to their parents. And we're going to be doing that going forward with Motion as well when we get its new curriculum rolled out. And then the final thing parents are looking for is a happy child. They want to pick up a happy child. They don't want to pick up a child that's screaming and crying and throwing a fit. And, who could blame them? So, if the child is happy, the family will stay. If the child isn't happy, it's likely the family is going to leave our church within the first 3 months. We have to be intentional about creating an environment where kids can't wait to come back week after week. And I think we're making steps in the right direction. So this video is a little longer this week. Like I said, had a lot to cover. Thanks for watching. I love you all. I'll see you this weekend.